means guess. Actress Fiona Gubelman digs up our yard with her show Wilfred.
Looks like he's having so much fun.
That means gadgets. Matt Myra will smudge up the screen of the Acer A700 tab on Gadget Run. And that means Grace. The fair lady Hellbig chats with Mark Wahlberg and Seth MacFarlane about the new comedy Ted.
Somewhere out there are 4 terrible fathers I wish I could thank for this great night.
It's all on the horizon. No, wait, it's here.
Welcome to Attack of the Show! Hello, everybody! I am Chris Hardwick, friend to man and beast alike.
Yes, and I am Sarah Underwood, filling in for Candace Bailey, who's learning an important lesson about why you don't touch magical amulets that open transdimensional portals.
She doesn't listen. She doesn't listen.
We're coming to you live.
We are coming live?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just say I did get some tweets and some complaints, I guess because people have a lot of extra free time. I have not been shaving more than normal.
I've noticed that.
Because, well, hang on. There's a good reason. I'm going to this, my girlfriend and I are going to this masquerade ball on Saturday night called Labyrinth of Jareth in Los Angeles. And I am going dressed as Wesley's Dread Pirate Roberts. So, yeah. So, oh, there. Oh, look. Identical.
Oh, that was my very first crush in the whole world. That is so hot, Chris. Tell me.
What?
Tell me.
But say
Just
it.
tell me. Tell it to me.
As you wish. As you wish!
Not that one. Oh, that's hot. That's really fun. I wish I could go. If I could go. I know who I could go as.
Who could you go as?
That little fairy, Kira from
Gelfling.
Dark Circle. People
Yes.
tell me I look like her.
The Dark Crystal. The Dark Crystal, yeah.
Wait, check this out real fast.
Whoa.
I could so go as her. Or I could do this as at Comic-Con or something. Maybe this could be my cosplay.
Comic-Con, you should do that all day, every day. What are you talking about? That is awesome.
That is so crazy.
Oh. Skeksis! Skeksis! Man.
Time now to run down the top things on the web.
I'm sorry, we're going around the net. I was looking for your wings. Because you're a girl. That's from the movie. First stop today is New York City, a magical land of actually functional public transportation.
But if you ever hear jaunty piano tunes while leaving the subway, you should be sure to watch your step, okay? We actually have breaking news. Thanks to this video, the New York MTA has actually shut down the staircase to fix the problem.
What?
Yeah. How funny.
Wait a minute. That totally sucks. Now New Yorkers won't be able to complain loudly in their really nasally accents.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm trying to trip over here. Hey, come on. Hey, stereotype. What? Oh, Sopranos. Raised pizza. Come on. Come on. Come on. Raised pizza. Original raised pizza. The original raised pizza. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hey, you want to get on some of this, huh? I'm horribly sorry.
You enjoyed every minute of that. Don't apologize.
Put on your Gelfling ears over here. Something you would never hear in New
You were
Yorker like
supposed
that.
to say one line. You just went on like a 20-line rant. You loved it. You loved it.
What are you talking about? Hey, what are you complaining over there? You're like a stairway in the MTA, Sarah Underwood.
Stop encouraging him, all you guys.
I can't stop. I hate myself. I hate myself.
Stop. Enough.
Here's proof of the... No, it's funnier if you go too far. Here's proof of the classic old expression, the couple who tries to break world records together stays together.
Is that that really a thing, though?
I really hope that it is. Otherwise, these people are weird. Okay, let's start with this one. First of all, I think it's very convenient that conjoined twins are married. It would be. It'd be super convenient.
They would be brother and sister, though.
You know, come on.
Detail.
What are we related and connected over here, or what are we doing? Also, I think I have finally solved the mystery.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, it was the wife with the 65 candlesticks in the wood paneled den / half basement / TV room. Oh, I think I got it.
All right,
I think I got this.
let's see if this is right.
Okay,
Oh,
got
moment
it.
of truth.
What is
Okay,
it?
here we go. Oh, it was actually Mrs. Peacock.
That murderous bitch!
She does look pretty horrible.
She looks like Candy Spelling.
Okay. All right.
I'm a stock photo clip art.
All right. We're only a few weeks away from The Dark Knight Rises, so everyone try not and die until after you've seen it, okay?
Yes, please stay alive. But until then, Batman took a vacation from the dangerous Gotham Knights to patrol scenic Cambridge, England, just 'cause. Definitely. That is way better than the Batman I saw at the West Hollywood Halloween Parade, though. To his credit, that guy did have the Schumacher era bat nipples. I have to tell you something. The first year that I ever went to the West Hollywood Halloween Parade, which is amazing, by the way, I was in college and I saw a dude dressed as Superman, and when I looked down, there was a hole in his underwear and his penis was out, and it also was dressed as Superman.
That is cool.
Like, full-on cape and everything. It was unbelievable. But when you put the glasses on, Clark Kent, tiny Clark Kent. Couldn't... That's actually a true story without the glasses part.
Really?
Yeah, totally
That's
true story.
awesome. I like him too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he wouldn't like me, but I like him.
Oh, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. I'll pick up his slack. Okay. I'll do you that favor.
Thanks, Chris.
All right. Oh, this is me. Sorry, there was a collage of thoughts in my head.
The mini
and then
Superman.
they all just traffic jammed at my mouth hole.
No, he was fantasizing about mini Superman.
I was fantasizing about mini Superman, and then yeah.
All right,
Speaking
talk
of
now.
Batman, let's see what he gets up to when he's not fighting crime.
And now, back to Batman
Good grammar is essential.
and Batman
My parents are dead.
live.
I even looked in the refrigerator, and that's when I realized, after an hour of searching, that my reading glasses were on my head the whole time.
Why don't you just locate them using your global positioning monitor?
Impossible. I'd have had to implant a bat tracker before I misplaced them. Wouldn't that be a bit frivolous?
I implant tracking devices into everything.
I find that hard to believe, chum.
I find you hard to believe.
Our next guest is a certified relationship coach. Her latest offering, single people die sooner. Please welcome Dr. Margaret Stewart.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You implanted the doctor.
Of course.
What? When?
Last night, while you were sleeping, I injected a device into your wrist.
Astonishing. Please take a seat. So, You and I both know that dating in the modern world can be a real pickle. What advice do you have for a couple of bachelors on the prowl?
Well, Batman, I'm glad you asked, since Batman here just broke one of the cardinal rules of dating. Don't move too quickly. Avoid any obsessive behavior. Wrist implants, for instance.
You're not under surveillance because I want to date you. It's because you dealt cocaine in college.
Oh my God! How did you know that?
This
I didn't...
is fascinating stuff, Doctor. Please, do continue. I'm all ears.
Okay. Good hygiene is vital. For example, Batman here smells like a farm animal. He could really use a wash.
No time. Crime doesn't sleep, so justice can't shower.
Well, why don't we fix that now? There. Isn't that better?
Do I detect the subtle scent of frangipani?
Taste of your own medicine, doctor.
What was that?
Scarecrow's fear gas.
Well, I'd wager this is definitely going to be in her next book. That's all the time we have for today. Join us next time when our guest will be a Russian astronaut and a woman who can break a wine glass just by blinking her eyes. Good night. Wow, she's really thrashing about.
Yes, her mind is locked in perpetual fear. Did you get the email about the softball game?
Bill, I'm going to bring orange slices.
I hate orange slices.
Come on.
Hey, it's time to talk about a few things. Here's a little info dump. Okay, unless you've been living in an isolation chamber, you probably heard about today's Supreme Court decision upholding the constitutionality of the Affordable Care Act. But don't worry, this is not a political rant, so don't get mad at me or shut the TV off. If you woke up super early to hear what the Supremes were going to say about the health care law, you probably saw the first reports on Fox News and CNN websites. Unfortunately, if you did read those headlines, you read the exact opposite of the actual news. Not true at all. Sure, they apologize, but do they really care? Because their apology is really more like, we apologize for irresponsible journalism on our part. This is something you certainly shouldn't have seen on CNN. Remember, you shouldn't have seen it here first on CNN, the first station to atone for its atrocities. In their last gasp rush to stay relevant amongst the high-speed information dissemination of Twitter and Facebook, old media seem to update their websites without, I don't know, skimming the first page of this crazy important decision. And in the process, they fell into the same trap that all of your influential social media news junkie friends fall into. They're really more concerned about being first rather than being right. Because that's all that matters if you get the first post in, right? Yeah! President Obama's a minotaur. Firsties! Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's right. You're first. Which, by the way, puts CNN and Fox on the same journalistic level as, yes, YouTube commenter, I ate Rick Rollers. Do not laugh. That guy won a Twitter Pulitzer. Hashtag fake thing. Hashtagging with my mouth. I mean, I get where those guys are coming from because yesterday, your old buddy Chris Hardwick retweeted an image that was going around of the Back to the Future DeLorean control panel, which was later revealed to be a fake because I didn't look at the picture and I just retweeted it. When I found out, of course, I undid my retweet and publicly admitted my mistake. But most importantly, I learned from my lesson and I won't be doing that again. But I sure wish I had a time machine to go back and fix that. 10 minutes ought to do it. That made me so mad. And that 10 minutes to save your best friend, McFly? 10 minutes. 10 minutes to get from where you are back to Lone Pine Mall. Used to be Twin Pine Mall, you bastard. CNN and Fox, by the way, are probably going to be fine. I mean, newspapers did this, and they're still a vibrant, intelligent source of information, right? Right? What 15-year-old member of our audience doesn't love a good World War II-era joke? Sorry, no mouth love tonight. I'm all out of meat ration stamps. Waddle-ya-cha. Know your audience, Hardwick. Lots of talk this election season about jobs, the lack of jobs, Steve Jobs dying, outsourcing jobs overseas. But Google introduced a new home media player this week to compete with Roku and Apple TV with the words, manufactured in the USA, printed right on the bottom. So either we bought Vietnam, or this device is actually being built right here. And it's no secret that for years, Asia's cheap, non-unionized workforce has been exploited by tech companies like a Dickensian orphanage. But perhaps Google is at the forefront of a new, thanks, Vinny, at the forefront of a new trend that's returning jobs to the United States, because they're not alone. The New York Times reported that European plane manufacturer Airbus is slated to build jets in Alabama. So all the aircraft are going to have the Confederate flag on the side, and the factory's going to be the one with the wingless planes up on blocks in the front yard. Sorry, guys, I got a board. That's what that sound's going to be. However, the American labor doesn't come cheap. Google's Nexus Q media player will come with a $299 price tag, which is significantly more than Apple TV and Roku, which are about $100 each. I personally don't mind paying a small premium for devices that are built in the U.S. because that is money those workers can use to buy tickets to live Nerdist shows. By the way, I'll be at Houston on July 20th and Dallas the next day. And yes, fine, American money. I don't care. Hell, I'll take your foreign money too. I don't care who your god or your government is. I just need more cash so I can finish my perfect replica Knight Rider car with a toilet seat in the front and a flashlight in the steering column so I never have to get out of it. Ladies in science, they have it rough. I mean, when the best role model for female scientists of recent memory is Bond girl Dr. Christmas Jones. It's complicated. Remember when she was in The World at Not Enough? Come on, guys, really? So it's nice that the European Commission is trying to tackle this problem with a new ad campaign aimed at getting 13 to 17-year-old girls interested in exploring fields like biology and physics. Great idea. Unfortunately, this is how they're doing it.
Science, it's a girl thing. It's a girl thing.
Yup, that's what science looks like. While well-intentioned, making science look like a tampon commercial in Carrie Bradshaw's head is probably not the best solution to this problem. For one thing, young women will be disappointed to learn that miniskirts and high heels are not lab-approved safety gear. Also, for many female scientist ladies who actually focus on intellectual advancement and mentoring young women in their fields, this comes off as a patronizing slap to the face meat. Europe, didn't Marie Curie live inside you? Shouldn't you know better? I mean, imagine how much better things would be if both boys and girls were engaged in this stuff. I mean, what we need to say to people of all ages is it doesn't matter whether your reproductive chromosome dispensers are on the inside or the outside. Science is awesome-tastic. I mean, just look at this. Whoa. And look at this. And then look at whatever the crap this is. I don't know, but it's sciencey and I want to be in it. But you don't have to take my word for it, though. We're actually going to talk to a breathing science lady, Cara Santa Maria, a good friend of mine, all about all this stuff right after the break. We'll be right back. Thank you for listening to me. Please welcome my pal, neuroscientist, science educator, and senior science correspondent for the Huffington Post, Cara Santa Maria is here. Hey, Cara Santa Maria, it's nice to see you.
Good to see you too.
You're not wearing your crazy glasses now.
I know, I don't really look like myself, do I?
I know, it's weird.
I'm the Cara doppelganger.
You're mixing it up.
I am, I'm mixing it up.
So you saw the Katy Perry video that was science in the EU.
Katy Perry video.
It's sort of like what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, so obviously when you were becoming a neuroscientist, we were like,
That's exactly how it was for me.
Yeah,
I mean, every day I wore my, Jimmy Choos to the lab.
Yeah. So what do you think about the video?
Well, it's funny because my editor came to me and he said, do you want to write about this? Obviously, everybody's appalled. All of my friends were appalled. All the female bloggers out there were appalled. And I was like, I don't know if I want to write about it because I'm not really that offended.
Really? So you don't think it was that bad?
I think it was bad. I think it was misguided. I think it was probably very offensive to women in science today.
Yeah.
But I don't think that was the point of the video. I think the point of the video was to try to obviously motivate young girls to go into science. It's not the right way to do it. But one aspect of this video, one point that I think a lot of people are missing, was it does tell young girls who are already really girly girls that they don't have to not be girly girls if they want to go into science. And I think that is almost a problem that we're seeing with, young girls, you know, if you want to be a scientist, if you want to be into math, you need to play with the boys.
Right.
And the truth is, science is a girl thing. It's a
Sure.
boy thing and a girl thing, and it's not monolithic.
So they were just appealing more to a specific age demographic and not like a gender demographic.
I mean, I think they were trying to appeal to a gender demographic, so I think they did go about it the wrong way.
I think what they should have done is just made girls think that they could genetically engineer a sexy vampire who would fall in love with them in a laboratory. That would totally work.
That's true.
How do you think, I mean, you know, just in terms of women in science, you know, why is it that you think that women hold less than a quarter of STEM jobs in science in particular? Technology, science, engineering, mathematics, why do you think that is?
I think that it's like a twofold problem that we're always talking about. I mean, this is a huge issue in, it's actually worse in like the engineering and kind of tech sector, computer science, and on the physics side, it's getting a little bit better in biology. And psychology, we actually have seen the gender gap close. But it's twofold. I think that there are a lot of problems with the way that kids are brought up and kind of social pressures with gender roles. Early on, boys and girls do equally well in science and math. As they get older and older in school, they start to perform women start to perform more poorly, and a lot of that is because of stereotype threat. And we've shown that under the right conditions, girls and boys do just as well all through high school. But when they're told that they're not going to do as well, they tend not to do as well.
Sure.
And also, academia is not the most it's not the most welcoming for mothers. It's not the most welcoming for wives. And so, you know, luckily a lot of big institutions are starting to offer life training, you know, as part of, you know, if you want to be an academia and you want to try and get tenure and you want to be a professor and do all this lab research, how do you have a life?
Right.
And I mean, we see this problem even with men, but tailoring these programs to women and to men and teaching them how to not just be scientists,
Right.
but to also, you know, this is what a scientist looks like. It's a really cool Tumblr. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. And it's a bunch of awesome people who are totally different, who are into a lot of different things.
I mean, it is really funny to think, well, it's 2012, and you know, we like to think we're a little more enlightened, but maybe particularly in these fields of science, that things haven't really changed with the gender lines in ever.
No, and
Really?
I mean, and you know, I said this, I don't know how popular this is, but I think it also takes a certain group of people to kind of die off before you start to see things change. I remember going with my producer and scouting out, I won't say the lab, I won't say who it was, but scouting out a place to do a shoot for my series on HuffPost Science and talking to a Nobel laureate. And I was there with my male producer who he's not a scientist, he's a producer. I'm the science person, you know, I'm the science writer. And we're sitting there talking to this Nobel laureate, and I would ask him a question, and then he would turn and answer my producer.
So you think that, so in other words, what you're saying is that basically a lot of the institutions need to shed off their oldest layers in a weird sort of way,
you know,
so that younger, more people who are a little more open-minded and kind of understand that the importance of
we
equality.
see it with politics too. I mean, you see it with you know, gay and lesbian rights. You see it with a lot of issues where it kind of just takes the old guard who's got a stranglehold on the votes, who's got a stranglehold on the administration to kick the bucket.
Because they're not going to let go. If you got tenure, you're not letting go. That's what that
No,
means. So
yeah.
the broader issue is that, should we be concerned that there is actually a de-emphasis on science in general in the Western countries? And I'm not just making fun of the EU, but here.
Oh, it's worse here. I mean,
Yeah.
we all know it's kind of worse in America. And this is something that, you know, I've talked to Neil deGrasse Tyson about this a lot. And I know that you know him. He's a great guy.
Yes.
He's a good friend. And like,
We got a badass over here.
and you know, he always says, I'm not really that worried about the kids. We need huge educational efforts, especially with young women who are kind of in middle school, high school. But he's like, I'm not worried about the kids. Kids are naturally interested in science.
Sure.
I'm worried about the adults.
Right.
And that's kind of what I operate on too. I'm worried about the adults because the adults are the ones who vote. And there's so many people in this country that are very anti-science. You know, I do pieces all the time for my column, and I get hate mail constantly that's very just like, you know, you're the spawn of Satan because you're talking about evolution all the time and you're talking about global warming all of the time. And these are not controversial topics.
Right.
Like, we know them to be true, but there's an old guard of people who just, they're anti-science.
Never underestimate the internet to attack you no matter what you say. Also, we should let children vote. I think that's what we also learned here today.
Great conclusion.
People can find you, HuffPo, Science Center, the Huffington Post, Cara Santa Maria, at Cara Santa Maria on the tweets. Thank you so much for being here tonight. It's wonderful to see you. And now, a transition. My teddy bear growing up was adorable. The teddy bear in Ted is a little filthier.
You're my best friend, John. What could go wrong with a real-life Teddy Ruxpin? In Ted, Seth MacFarlane, creator of Family Guy, breathes life into a child's teddy bear that teaches us the importance of putting away our childish things.
That's my bad. I was sending a tweet.
Was it dangerous keeping a drug and booze-fueled teddy bear around a bunch of actors on set all day?
Why do I feel like you must belong to a country club? That's just the vibe I'm getting.
Am I giving off the waspiest vibe of all time right now?
You might be.
I swear to God, her name is Sauvignon Blanc. Show her your Chevron card.
How did it work to get the natural conversational feel? Was Seth off camera the whole time? Was there like a stand-in teddy bear?
No, well, we would have, sometimes you'd have a little stuffy thing there, and then sometimes you just have a stick with 2 eyes on it. And Seth would be off in the other room or something doing the voice.
Company's turning 20. So you can bang it, but you can't get it drunk.
That was one of the things that sets this movie apart in tone, is that I was there all day, every day, doing it all live. We were all echoing off the same walls, mic'd in the same way. And it allowed us to do improv now and then, and to make things sound casual, which you don't always get the opportunity to do with an animated character, because the voice is recorded weeks later.
I met a girl. She's a cashier.
No way, that's awesome. Yeah, you know, well, what's her name?
White trash name, yes.
Brittany?
Nope.
Tiffany?
Nope.
Candace?
Seth MacFarlane, Family Guy, all that. Were you surprised by any of the jokes and the humor in this film?
No. I felt like, you know, some people may be offended, but they shouldn't take themselves too seriously. Yeah. It's all in fun, and Seth's humor comes from a nice place.
If there's no ski at the end of the root word, then we would just be idiots saying nonsense.
The stripper poop scene seemed like it might have been something that's happened in your real life.
A stripper taking a Not in 2012 thus far, no.
Somewhere out there are 4 terrible fathers I wish I could thank for this great night.
When you were in The Fighter, how could you let a teddy bear beat you up like that?
It was in the script. That's all. You know, I take orders easily. You know, I do what I'm told. Stand where I'm supposed to stand and say what I'm supposed to say.
Why are you crying? I don't get squished by the TV.
Dirty Fozzie.
Yes.
Can you explain it to me?
It's a little play on words. It's a, you know what a Dirty Sanchez is?
I've heard rumors. We're getting to know each other in such a weird way right now.
What have you heard that it is?
I'm from New Jersey, so I'll just put that out there.
Okay, all right, so that's where we'll draw the line.
Aren't stuffed animals supposed to be cute? It wouldn't be a Seth MacFarlane film if Ted wasn't totally inappropriate, but it wouldn't be nearly as funny.
Thanks, Grace. I love that girl. Still ahead, Fiona Gubelman from Wilfred is here live. All summer long, join us as we welcome guest hosts like the Nerdists Chris Hardwick and comedians Michael Ian Black, Baratunde Thurston, Mark Maron, Paul Scheer, and Mo Mandel. It's Attack of the Show every weeknight at 7, 6 Central, right here on G4.
Talks to you, you're either the son of Sam Killer, very timely reference, or you're on Wilfred. Oh, I thought we were going to show a clip of that. Apparently, we're not. I could act it out. Hey, it's Fiona Gubelman is here. Sorry, I thought we were gonna show a clip. That's the second time. That was not the same as when I zoned out on the show earlier. That time I actually thought there was a clip. So. Fiona, I think Wilfred is good for furry rights out there. It is the most furry-friendly show around right now. How's it been for you so far?
You know, it's been amazing. I've had such a fun journey on the show, and you know, I think the most furry-friendly episode was the one with Raffi the giraffe last year.
Yeah. Now, when you auditioned for the show, had you seen the original, or did you know what it was about, or you're like, what the hell?
What was going on? Well, you know, when I first read the script, I thought it was one of the funniest things I read. Like, I instantly wanted to just quote it, because the lines were brilliant, but I did not understand the guy in a dog suit thing. And I went and watched the Australian version on the internet. There's like a 7-minute clip, and I was like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, because I remember when I first heard about that show, and like your first thought is, a guy in a dog suit, are you kidding me? And then you see it and you're like, oh, this is the one way you can do this, and it's hilarious. It's really funny. Is it weirder shooting with a guy in a dog costume at Venice Beach, or just shooting at Venice Beach?
Definitely shooting at Venice Beach.
He doesn't stand out there.
No, he doesn't. In fact, like, we will sit there while we're shooting, and we're just like watching people, and we have like nicknames for people, and it's fun. There's some really.
There's like 9 guys in dog suits there. Yeah. And you got to work with Robin Williams this season.
Oh my
as well.
God, that was amazing.
Was it fun?
Yeah.
Oh, Fiona. Oh, Fiona. Oh, shoes. Oh, chair. Oh, hair. Oh, women in comfortable shoes. He's a super nice guy, right?
He's super nice. He, you know, I had no idea what he'd be like, and I was a little nervous meeting him because he was one of my favorite actors growing up.
Yeah.
And you never know when you meet someone, are they going to be like what you imagine? And
right.
He was everything I'd imagined and more. And like, he would definitely be silly and could break out into character and funny voices, but then we also just could sit and talk about all sorts of things.
Sometimes he just starts sobbing for no reason. What are you old enough to remember Mork and Mindy? Did you watch Mork and Mindy?
I am familiar with it, but I didn't. I
didn't see it either. It's way too old for me. I don't even know. That was a thing, right? Yeah. I didn't even know that was a thing. Did you? I mean, but he really is just like a regular. He really is like a regular guy that you can hang. So are you a big comedy? Do you have a comedy background? What's your background?
You know, I don't know. When I first started acting, I wanted to do theater and be dramatic. Theater. And be a dramatic actress.
Of course.
And then I kept booking comedy, and I was like, I don't know why this is happening, but I'm just gonna keep doing that. And I've just had so much fun with it, and I love it.
That's good. Well, especially on a show like this that everyone loves. I think you're going to be fine in the old getting jobs department, Fiona Gubelman. Do you have any crazy pet stories of your own?
I have some crazy pets.
What do you have? What do you have?
I have. Well, they're crazy, like crazy. They're 3 cats, so it's not like just no. They're all rescue cats, and you know, with rescue cats, they kind of have their own baggage, but I love them. And one of them is she's just like obsessed with having all the doors open. So anytime you shut a door, she'll run up to it and just cry and like bang against it until you open the door. Like,
It's like, oh, that's crazy, but it's so adorable at the same time. I think you should take video of that and put it on this thing called the internet. I think YouTube would be amazing.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Last year was your first Comic-Con?
Yeah.
How was it?
Oh my God, it was amazing.
Right?
I absolutely loved it. I had so much fun. It was, you know, getting to interact with fans is just so rewarding. And you know, I grew up doing theater, and so to me, I just love seeing people's reactions to what we're doing. And when we're there, it's just all these cool, fun people that love our show. And
well, especially this season, especially now that this is the 2nd season of the show, and the people have had time to see the show, there might actually be some like Wilfred cosplay at Comic-Con this year. People are going to be coming up to you in dog suits, and you're going to be tweeting pictures of that. That's going to be so amazing.
I would love it. That would be so cool. You know, last year at Comic-Con, they had like 100 different guys dress up in Wilfred costumes, and then they took some pictures, but they would also have them just kind of going throughout San Diego.
Yeah.
And that'd be cool. I mean, at Halloween this year, you know, we had a bunch of people dressing up as Wilfred.
Are you going to dress up? Are you going to go up as anything?
At Comic-Con?
Yeah.
Or not this year. I think if I ever did, though, I'd probably do Khaleesi from Game of Thrones.
Yes!
With some dragons?
Yes! We talked about this yesterday. You need dragon babies and crazy long hair. You need to walk through fire. It's going to be awesome. I think the important thing that people need to know is that you're actually going to be live tweeting during the premiere of Wilfred, which is tonight. Is this correct?
Yes.
So what is your Twitter handle? Is it?
It's very unique.
Okay.
It's at Fiona Gubelman.
At Fiona Gubelman. G-U-B-E-L-M-A-N.
M-A-N-N.
M-A-N? Do an extra N?
2 N's.
Way to throw another N into the machine,
hey, you know
Fiona.
what? I'm so awesome. I needed 2 N's.
I'm Chris Hardwick with 2 Ks. Thank you, Fiona Gubelman. Thank you so much for being here. It's a pleasure.
So great
Wonderful to meet you. I'll see you at Comic-Con. The 2nd season of Wilfred premieres tonight on FX. She's going to live tweet it. Be there on Twitter and watching FX. Over now to Miss Attack of the show, Sarah Underwood.
Yes, stay tuned. We'll find out when you can get your hands on Google's fancy future glasses in the feed, so stick around.
This girl's doing some sideways sketching, so what happens next? Does the board get caught under the car? Does she hit the curb? Or does she lose her balance and eat the pavement? Find out when we return. This girl's doing some sideways skitching, so what happens next? Does the board get caught under the car? Does she hit the curb? Or does she lose her balance and eat the pavement?
Oh!
Something, 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 women on wheels, something, something, something.
All the news you need to know. Feed.
It's Thursday, June 28th, and here are your top stories. Google's futuristic augmented reality glasses might be coming to your face in 2014. After day one of the I/O conference, Google's Sergey Brin told Bloomberg that consumers should expect to get their hands on the wearable glass device in early 2014. That will be a year after the Beta Explorer Edition glasses will become available exclusively to developers, which Google says will cost them a whopping $1,500. Yeah, hopefully they'll iron out the kinks and make a cheaper version and prove that it's more than just a webcam that you strap to your head. Ancient mythology could become modern warfare. Yeah, scientists and engineers working with the Army have developed a weapon that will destroy its targets by shooting lightning bolts. Yeah, the Zeus-inspired device is designed to destroy targets that conduct electricity better than the air or ground surrounding them, aka humans. And did I say destroy? Yeah, I meant decimate. This weapon packs more power than an entire city and unleashes it in one knockout punch that lasts 2 trillionths of a second. Now, oddly enough, while the project's lead scientist emphasized restraint when using the weapon, he also said, "We never get tired of the lightning bolts zapping our simulated targets." Yeah, I don't think anyone shooting it at actual humans will either. Sorry, I'm getting so angry. It's scary. Seth MacFarlane is now officially the coolest dude in the universe. He just saved the day by helping the Library of Congress acquire Carl Sagan's personal research papers. The Family Guy creator, not normally known for his love of science and education, was very humble regarding his donation, saying that, quote, "All I did was write a check." But he's not done yet. The funny man is actually teaming up with the one and only Neil deGrasse Tyson to create a follow-up to Sagan's miniseries Cosmos that begins production this fall. And you can bet your ass that I'm going to be watching it. And finally, we have the exclusive first look at what will surely be this year's coolest and most badass martial arts flick. Written and directed by none other than RZA from Wu-Tang Clan and presented by Quentin freaking Tarantino. The film focuses on a blacksmith in feudal China who must defend his village. Here's the first trailer for The Man with the Iron Fists.
Did you like it?
That looks awesome!
It does. The Man with
Metal tongues!
And boobs. I think there's going to be lots of boobs.
I know!
The Man with Iron Fist hits theaters later this year. But if you want to know more, be sure to tune into our Comic-Con coverage where we'll be talking Kung Fu with RZA and Lucy Liu. I'm Sarah Underwood, and you have just been fed. And now over to Chris.
Hey guys, this is me, Chris Hardwick. In case you didn't know, G4 is the only network inside and live from the Comic-Con floor. 2012, our 3-day coverage starts July 12th at 7 p.m. presented by DiGiorno. In the meantime, head over to g4tv.com/Comic-Con. Otherwise, you'll go insane. Still ahead, we learn a little bit about LARPing. Stick around, guys.
On the next Attack of the Show, the always hilarious Paul Scheer is co-hosting. And he'll be chatting with controversial comedian Adam Carolla about his new book and his recent headlines. Plus, Chris Gore rates the explosive 4th season of Breaking Bad and shocking comedy God Bless America. Then Jessica Chobot gets her hands dirty when she plays paleontologist for a day in Rad Jobs. And Tiffany Smith swings into action with Andrew Garfield, Emma Stone, and the cast of The Amazing Spider-Man. Coming up next week on AOTS.
It is time for today's epic fail.
Skateboarding is not a pursuit for the faint of heart or anyone prone to fainting, period.
Ready? Yeah, it's good. Recording.
good thing skateboards don't have motors, because that guy doesn't have any motor skills.
What? Not anymore, or testicles either. So, over at the Nerdist YouTube channel, youtube.com/Nerdist, we've launched a new series. Shut up! I'm promoting stuff!
We've noticed.
We've launched a new series that explores the world of LARPing, aka live-action role-playing, in a super fun, non-judgmental, very supportive kind of a way. We're not making fun of it. And here's a peek at Realm of LARP.
LARP, live-action role-playing.
You are hereby ordered to turn over the amulet to the church.
An interactive game where participants physically act out the lives of their characters in a fantasy setting. It is a beloved pursuit of millions of people all over the world, all struggling to fulfill their quest under the always watchful eye of the Game Marshal. There will be trials overcome. There will be battles fought. There will be LARP.
Realm of LARP.
And to see more of Realm of LARP, go to youtube.com/Nerdist. See, I did it for you too.
That was awesome. Thank you. And subscribe. You forgot to say that part.
Oh, sorry. Subscribe.
Totally kidding. Thank you so much to Fiona Gubman, who was awesome. Grace Helbig was here. Cara Santa Maria was here.
Yeah,
You were here.
I was here.
Matt Myra was
You
here.
were here.
I was here.
Our audience was here.
Everyone came here. It's a super fun show. Thank you so much, Sarah Underwood.
You were the first person I've ever hosted Attack of the Show with.
Yeah, way back when you first started.
Long time ago. I was horrible. I'm better now, right?
What? No, you weren't horrible.
I was horrible.
No, you were great.
I was horrible.
All right, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to leave you hanging. You've been amazing, though.
I know I have been.
I feel like I'm going to
It's
take
true.
ownership. I'm going to take ownership over your development. You come a long way, kid. Yeah. Old Chris Hardwick's proud of you, Gelfling-like development. You and your crazy Gelfling wings.
Good night.
Thanks for watching. 5, 4, 3, 2.